Hello, Alfis. Good morning. Good morning, Syed, AG, Andrew, Bill, Butch, David, Don, Jay, John, Mark, Mitch, Patrick, Pete, Robin, William. Thrilled to be here with you. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Jay. Hello. So let's take a look at see what ES had done, shall we? Reminder. This was the bounce ES received. Very surprising bounce, correct? When we looked on the daily chart on ES, it made absolutely perfect sense, didn't it? Where ES had bounced from. The fascinating dance ES is doing currently, where ES is heading to. What does this correlates with once again? 1693, 1693.50 area, correct? This looks like bullish correction, correct? And that's what it's pointing up to, 1692.25 to the upside. What are we witnessing here on this structure? Do we see the weakness or do we see the strength? What did this bullish wave had done? It did not start with engulfing and it had not been able to break the pivot on the first wave, correct? And what is this pointing up to as decision point 2? 1692.25. Does this make sense? So the price will blast through 1690.75, next level 1692.25, and then line on close ultimate high pivot is 1693, 1693.25, which is exactly the level on the daily chart. But we are seeing very, very clearly weakness on this wave. Very big weakness, and this is a reminder also that this spectacular bullish impulse yesterday was not able to break for the second time through this level. Any questions? Want to make sure we give oil a little bit more time today. Let me know if you have any questions on ES. If not, we'll move on to oil. Okay. So please remember this level, 1692.25, 1693, 1693.50. Would be quite a lovely surprise. The price will make it all the way to the danger zone, which is 1694.50, which correlates with this massive congestion area. All right, let's go to oil. This is the fascinating dance oil had done yesterday, correct? Off the decision point 1. This is a reminder. We had incredibly powerful, magnificent, bearish wave, correct? Started with engulfing, did not break the pivot, but because it started with engulfing, it's very powerful, very impressive structure. Let's reload the data. It looks like quite a gap overnight. Looks a bit fascinating. In the meantime, let's see what the oil daily had done. Where you see oil dailies taking a pause from? To the tick. Is this fascinating or what? What is this bullish wave currently on oil on daily chart pointing up to? $108. If it's gonna blast through 108, it's gonna be a nice support. It's gonna go to 108.50, 109.42, and all the way to 111. And please do pay attention that it has this powerful bullish impulse behind that already had played out, which is what we will discuss in advanced class. That's very, very critical. So chances of price blasting through this level eventually is incredibly high. And oil moving all the way to 111. So there we go, the data had reloaded. The bullish dance had gone absolutely nowhere. And where did the sellers come from? How fascinating is this dance that keeps repeating itself? What do you expect oil will do next? Please let me know. What are you seeing? Anybody wants to tell me what oil will do next based on this structure? This is a current wave, correct? Let's remove the initial bearish wave. The initial bearish wave, the bearish trend still intact, and we were discussing earlier how magnificent it would be if oil would make it to 103.70. This would be spectacular buying area during the news if we don't have enough oil supply. But this does not look promising. It would be absolutely shocking if that will happen today. So let's take a look on the current bearish structure. Where did the buyers came on oil from? Once again, anybody besides Jay interested in oil? We have equivalently weak bulls with equivalently weak bears. We have the fascinating corrective dance. So it would be incredibly interesting at this point. We have 50-50 chance on oil as oil keeps dancing between the pivots. So this is very, very critical. 106.50, all of these levels to the upside. Will this be a stepping stone? Because the danger zone to the downside had been reached. Price had respected the opposing pivot. Buyers came in, and buyers came in with power. So let's take a look. If this is where price will close at the end of this hour, what are we seeing on oil? We're seeing oil dancing all the way to 106.70. If this is where price will close in 30 minutes, please do remember that this is crucial. So if I do the wave discussions before the pullback is finished, it still remains an assumption. If price will continue much further up, I will have to wait for pullback to finish before this pullback is finished forming. Make sense? So in the meantime, I will stay with the following structure. I will stay monitoring this bounce of the danger zone levels. as you can see. And that's what will remain intact. Does this make sense? You see how critical the opposing pivot is. It came 15 ticks before danger zone level. Opposing pivot will always override everything. 3 hours and price completely reversed. Super. All right, guys, this is what we have for today. So let's go to the danger zone. I'm sorry, to the trading room. Danger zone, that's funny. All right. Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much for being such an amazing spirit. Thank you, Alfie. Let's go to another room. Life is magic if you want it to be, right? Has anybody read yet Search Inside Yourself? Has anybody started meditating yet? So once again, Alfie, please do remember, close the regular chat and trading room.